best. There's not a thing so far, not a thing the president said that can be objectively or honestly construed as supporting neo-Nazis or Klansmen. Not a thing. And then we'll finish it up. Reporter, I just didn't understand what you were saying. Of course the reporter did, but you were saying the press has treated white nationalists unfairly? Trump, no. There were people in that rally, and I looked the night before. If you look, there were people protesting very quietly. They're taking down the statue of Robert E. Lee. I'm sure in that group there were some very bad ones. The following day, it looked like they had some rough, bad people, neo-Nazis, white nationalists, whatever you want to call them. But you had a lot of people in that group that were there to innocently protest and very legally protest because, you know, I don't know if you know, but they had a permit. No, he's talking about people who are legitimately in support of retaining the statues. The other group didn't have a permit. He means Antifa. So I can only tell you this. There are two sides to a story. I thought what took place was a horrible moment for our country. A horrible moment. But there are two sides to the country. Does anybody have a final question? You have an infrastructure question? And it goes on, and then, Mr. President, have you spoken to the family of the victim of the car attack? No, but I'll be reaching out. When will you be reaching out? I thought that the statement I put out, the mother's statement that she put out, I thought that was a beautiful statement. And I'll tell you, it was something that I really appreciated. I thought it was terrific. And really under the kind of stress that she's under and the heartache she's under, I thought putting out that statement to me was really something I won't forget. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Reporter, do you plan to go to Charlottesville, Mr. President? Trump, did you know I own a house there? It's in Charlottesville. Oh, boy, it's in Charlottesville. You'll see. Is that the winery or something? It is. It is the winery. Reporters yelling. I mean, I know a lot about Charlottesville. Charlottesville is a great place that's been very badly hurt over the last couple of days. I own actually one of the largest wineries in the United States. It's in Charlottesville. What do you think needs to overcome the racial divides, Mr. President? I really think jobs are going to have a big impact if we continue to create jobs. All right, it goes on. Now, did any of you hear a racist comment where he is siding with the Klan or white supremacists? Did any of you hear that? So they twist what he says when he says the two groups, that there were some quiet protesters. They want you to believe that he's talking about Klansmen and neo-Nazis. The violent Klansmen and neo-Nazis and the quiet Klansmen and neo-Nazis. Now, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He said one group attacked another. Well, Antifa did attack first. Now, we all hope they kill each other, but that's beside the point. He wasn't siding with the neo-Nazis and the Klan, and he talked about who had the permit and so forth. How do you take from what I just read to you at great length, spending almost an entire hour on this program, and then say, Trump is a racist, remember Charlottesville? And you hear it on CNN, you hear it from their guests, their analysts, from the anchors, you hear the same thing on MSNBC, you hear it from Democrats on Capitol Hill. Yet, when we have three anti-Semites, three bigots who repeatedly, openly, unequivocally, laughingly spew, poison, hate, anti-Semitism. They make excuses for them. They concoct a ridiculous resolution. The New York Times defends them. The Washington Post defends them. This is how tyranny grows and grows and grows right in front of your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back.